That OJ Simpson story back in the day, it's got fuck all on this new one. You guys have got to watch this Netflix series. I'm breaking the mold again. I'm breaking the mold again. I know, I'm guilty. I apologize, but I really want to talk about this series. It's a Netflix series. But before I move any further forward, please go ahead and click that red button. That subscribe button is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it'd be greatly appreciated. Come and join the journey. Anyway, we're going to talk about Aaron Hernandez. Killer Inside. It was really good because that name rings a bell to me as I followed this story when it was actually happening years ago. It's very reminiscent of the whole OJ Simpson trial back in the 1990s. But I think this is colder. I think this is colder. He's a huge well, he was a huge NFL superstar, huge, but he was basically a serial killer. He was basically running around just licking shots after anyone that kind of upset him. He definitely had a short fuse and he got away with murder for a while, for years actually. And that's where this trial comes in. So that's why I know his name. I don't watch NFL. I don't watch American football. I think it is a crap, garbage sport. It is ridiculous. So I wasn't even supposed to watch this. I wasn't even supposed to be at home. I was playing poker and I got knocked out of this tournament lightning fast. I couldn't believe how fast I got knocked out of this tournament. I'd never been knocked out that fast before. I lost. I had pocket aces and I lost. I'm still fuming about it now. You could probably tell. So anyway, I got home early. I had a lot of time on my hands all of a sudden. I don't even watch Netflix. It's my missus' account. I hardly go on her account, but there was nothing on terrestrial TV. So I thought, fuck it, let's go on Netflix, see what that has to offer. Boom, Aaron Hernandez pops in. Straight away that resonates with me because I remember the story about an NFL superstar who has murdered someone. And then a couple months later, it comes out that this same NFL superstar has just been charged with another double murder from 2012, which was like 3 years prior. And this is huge. It's huge over in America. But I just remember hearing it. I think it was on LBC and I was following it. I was thinking, right, this is crazy. And then he later commits suicide. He tries to play chess while he's in jail. And I don't mean the actual game chess, but I mean he tries to make certain sacrifices in order to ensure his family get paid from his $40 million contract. It's very interesting. It was very engaging. I would highly, highly recommend watching this. So, yeah. I don't know if I should mark it out of 5 because it's not a film. It's a series. But yeah, all right, fine. I'll mark it out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I found it very interesting. I wasn't even supposed to watch the whole series, you know. The plan was to watch one episode and find my bed. I ended up watching the whole thing that night. It was engaging. There were many reasons why I found it interesting because it took you into his mind. It took you also into the world of those that are gay. It took you because apparently he was gay, a suppressed gay. And he knew that from back in high school, but he obviously had to suppress it because it's in such a masculine world in terms of sport. There's many athletes in many sports that are gay, but they are not open gays because of fear of ridicule, as well as potentially losing out for the rest of their life on their career. And Aaron Hernandez was one of them, apparently. It also talks about American football. It also talks about his upbringing, as well as the damage mentally that can be caused from American football, which again was very interesting because it came out after he had committed suicide that he had a brain disorder called CBE, which basically comes from repeated concussions of playing American football. And then they were questioning if this played a part in his psychoanalysis in terms of why he was so short-tempered and just ready to kill anyone on sight. I mean, in this thing, apparently as well, because this hasn't been proven in court, but apparently he shot some gangster in his face. You're on $40 million, rude boy. What are you doing running around with gangsters? Why do you have guns? I don't understand. It's just crazy. But that came from a place of him getting away with things from since he was a teenager, you know? And that's because the NFL saw a superstar. So they didn't care about what he was doing behind closed doors. They just wanted him on that field and playing. And they allowed him, they didn't question anything that he was doing outside of NFL, even though there were red flags all over the place. There were red flags all over the place, and they just brushed it underneath the carpet because, listen, he's a superstar. He's going to win us trophies, and that's all that matters. You know, it's crazy, but I'd highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you're at home, well, most people are at home, and you have Netflix. Again, most people have Netflix. I don't have Netflix. My missus has Netflix. I just use her Netflix. When it's on our TV. I don't have it on any of my laptops. I'm not stealing. I'm just putting it out there, Netflix. So, yeah, watch it. Watch it. It's dope. It's dope. As I said at the beginning, OJ's trial was good in that. It was fun to watch while it was on TV. I vaguely remember it. I was a child. I'm not that old, people. But this is crazy because, you know, that OJ thing may have been, again, this hasn't been proven in court, but I think he done it. Fuck it. I think he done it. But that was down to rage. That was down to rage and anger, whereas this guy, and and that was a one-off as well, furthermore. That was a one-off, like rage and anger against his missus or his ex, whatever, one-off. Whereas this guy, just anyone that seemed to brush past him, he was like, okay, I'm going to kill you later. Like, I'm coming for you later. Mad. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Hopefully it's just short and sweet. Watch it. Whether it's the morning, the evening, the night, the afternoon, or the daytime, I hope you're blessed. Take care.